True.
That's one of the other points.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to say this does look like ALS. The tests that we just did especially tend to support that idea. Believe me, I wish for somebody like you that I could come up with some other diagnosis and something that would make it easier for us to like knock it out or turn it around. But everything points to this being ALS, so that is the bad news. In addition to that, there is some good news. If this has been going on for longer than 6 months, like maybe a year or two, that puts you into a category of much better than average outlook and much slower than average worsening or progression. So what we find here today is that your diaphragm, by all the measures that we did, your diaphragm, which is the most important muscle, not only in general, but especially in ALS, because that is usually the thing that will determine how long a person will live with this. And to find that that is really checked out beautifully today, and that your arms and legs seem normal to us, and that it hasn't spread beyond these muscles in this period of time is really unusual and positive. So I can't take away the bad news, which is that you do appear to have ALS, but I really can say that it looks to me like you may have a more benign form of the disease than our average patient. Because people with classic ALS, by the time 6 months go by, it's usually in multiple parts of the body. And if it starts here, the speech is often completely unintelligible after 6 months. And I have no trouble at all understanding your words, even though I'm sure it's frustrating to you. There's no question that your speech has changed. But for you, this is the first person with ALS that you're seeing, and I've seen thousands of people over my 30 years working at this. And I really have to say that I think you have a very slowly changing type of ALS compared to the majority of people that I see. Which means we may have to put up with you for a while, and I'm happy about that. So before we talk about next steps and what the options are and what's ahead, do you have any questions about what I've said so far?
Well, I want to tell you something that I didn't tell you